Hello, everyone. And I'm wearing two pairs of glasses. It is Lazy Sunday, though I don't have a lazy Sunday in mind, actually. I ended up uh, prepping that little table I talked about and a wicker chair that we got at a yard sale for $2. I would say most people would have said it's time for the trash on that one. But it was still comfortable sitting in it and stable enough. I mean, stable. It's stable. And there was just one armrest that looked, the wicker pieces, the wicker part was pretty damaged, but I fixed it. Oh, perfectly? No, no, absolutely not. But to be very functional again. There it is. That's all it takes. Then I found some spray paint that needed to be used up. You can't keep paint for years and years and years. It's better when you're done with a project, you know you're not going to use this, or after so much time, there's no use for give it away to someone like me who would definitely use all leftover paint. Because after so much time paint is becomes useless. It doesn't dry, it cannot dry, the consistency of it is just wrong and you're wasting your time, yes, on to use it on your project. So but I found some that's just not right to use up still, and I did. And looks good, looks really great. I'm very happy with it. I still have to do a little more painting on it, but I'm just about done with it. And then I can use it here outside as my nice chair. Yes, otherwise I had a very quiet day yesterday. The family went to another get together at my son in law's relatives this time. So, very nice. Okay, let's get going here. I got things to do before it gets hot again. We are in the book of Ecclesiasticus 7, miscellaneous advice. Okay. Do no evil, and evil will not befall you. Well, that's wishful thinking. But again, I think it's more if you're trying to live a good life on the side of goodness, trying to do the right thing. Yeah, yes, as much as one is knowledgeable about that, then when something comes along where one has to say, "Oh my gosh, how could someone be like that to me when I'm this good to them?" Or other things. Suddenly, a hurdle in our life comes along. We're going, well, how did I deserve that? Right? I think it's more when you try to do the right thing in your life, try to be good to others, good to it. Okay. Live according to God's will and ideal. Then it's not about evil will never befall you or nothing bad will ever happen to you. It's more, and people just tackle these challenges differently. Yes? Yeah. Say, walk through the hell, don't get stuck in it. So, again, is that true? Do no evil and evil will not befall you. I think we all know that's not true. Ecclesiasticus, again, I hear you. And again, who's he talking to? Shun wrong, and it will avoid you. My child, do not sow in the furrows of wickedness, for fear you have to reap them 7 times over. Okay, so there it is. Kind of what I say. Stay on the side of goodness, right? Yes, then whatever comes your way. But don't add to, don't enable things we full well know are wrong. Yes? Okay. Do not ask the Lord for the highest place or the king for a seat of honor, Do not parade your uprightness before the Lord, or your wisdom before the king. Why is a king set right next to our heavenly parent? Like, as if a king has the same rights. Man, I say, who's he talking to? I don't think that Ecclesiasticus wrote all this down for. Okay, you know what? Not even go there. Do not scheme to be appointed judge, for fear you should not be strong enough to stamp out injustice, for fear of being swayed by someone influential, and so of risking the loss of your integrity. Wow, this really kind of strikes me as odd in how this is written down. Do not wrong the general body of citizens, and so lower yourself in popular esteem. Do not be drawn to sin twice over. Okay, so here it is. Do not ask the Lord for the highest place, or the king for a seat of honor. Do not parade your uprightness before the Lord, or your wisdom before the king. Now, wait. But then it says here, do not wrong the general body of citizens, and so lower yourself in popular esteem. I don't know if you guys are getting this. This is another one. Do not be drawn to sin twice over, for you will not go unpunished even once. Yeah, well, if that were true, then. Do not say God will be impressed by my numerous offerings when I sacrifice to God Most High. He is bound to accept. Now, why doesn't he tell us more about that? Do not be hesitant in prayer. Do not neglect to give alms. Do not laugh at someone who is sad of heart, for he who brings low can lift up high. Do not make up lies against your brother, nor against a friend either. Mind you, tell no lies, for no good can come of it. I think the one thing is that with people who lie about things is that they don't realize that whoever they're lying about, that, most likely they will be found out every time. That's what I found. Okay. Oh, I'm lying about people, this and that. No. But it's always come back to my ears when someone did lie about me. And I said, lies don't stay hidden. They just don't. So why even lie? Just don't lie. Walk through the truth. Walk through honesty. It's harder than lying because one thinks one gets out of stuff. But you walk through the truth and you walk through honesty, guess what? You're going to come out on the other side way more intact than the other way, than lying. I know that. I see it. I see on how people get just caught up in a web of lies. And I've seen many times in my life when I've said, well, I could just make up something or this or that. And I'm going, why would I do that? Just tell the truth. Yep, I did that. Yeah, I broke that. Yeah, I thought you didn't need that anymore, so I threw it away. Or something, right? Instead of, well, I don't know where that is. I don't know. Yeah. Didn't see it. Nobody saw it. So, and that's also how you gain people's trust. They know, yeah, you're going to get the truth there. Right? Yes. And I found every time, the truth does set you free. Yes. Yeah. There may be some punishment coming with it, or some, you got to eat that humble pie, but still better than lying. Still better. Way better. The outcome, the future, for the future, is always better. Yes? Oh, there you go. Do not talk too much at the gathering of elders, and do not repeat yourself at your prayers. Well, I'm an elder now, so I can talk as much as I want. Do not shirk tiring jobs or farm work ordained by the Most High. It's not even shirking. I don't know why anybody would shirk jobs that are hard and if they need to be done. I love farm work. I do. I just do. Yes. Oh, would I want to be on a tractor all day, in a big company thing? No, I like the small farming stuff. Kind of ask the Most High, kind of set in place for everyone. Yeah. Okay, all right, all right. Do not swell the ranks of sinners. Remember that the retribution will not delay. Be very humble, since the recompense for the godless is fire and worms. Okay, you know what? Whatever. How would you know? I mean, again, it's like, didn't he say here? Do not scheme to be appointed judge. Okay, he's not scheming to be an appointed judge, but in a way, how about we don't make these judgments? It, on what's going to happen to someone, we often don't even know, right? We hear gossip, this and that. Yes. There's something on my glasses. Uh, or answer questions, huh? Where, well, if you don't know, if you have no experience in it, and you only know what other people are telling you, then just say, I don't know. And the reason I don't know is not that I didn't hear enough about it. The reason I don't know is because I have no experience with that. Yes? I wouldn't know. And again, there too, it's better to just hold off on one's own ideas and opinions sometimes when it comes down to how is that going to affect the rest of the populace when they're being basically led in a direction, right? Like leading the witness, leading the people, but not leading the people in a way that then becomes constructive, rather destructive. Yes? Yeah. So again, he can write this down, but I'm not going to. Not going to support that for my own reasons. Do not barter a friend away for the sake of profit, nor a true brother for the gold of a fear. Do not turn against a wise and good wife. Her gracious presence is worth more than gold. Do not ill-treat a slave who is an honest worker, or a wage earner who is devoted to you. Again, he is supporting the idea of slaves. I don't. I don't care where it is, who it is, what circumstance it is. To keep a slave is always wrong. Will always be wrong. It's never been right. It will always be wrong. But here in the Bible, in one of these books in the Bible, again, treat your slave nicely. That's still wrong. If it's a slave, it's still wrong. It shouldn't be a slave. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. See on how you get, this is like leading you into a direction, and the people at that time, into a direction. As long as we're good to the slaves, it's okay to have them. All right. Love an intelligent slave with all your heart, and do not deny such a slave his freedom. So then, to make rules, right? So this is in here. So that's good though. So he does, okay, do not deny such a slave his freedom. But again, it's not said there shouldn't be any slaves. It's still, this is, oh, but here you go. No, here we not go. That's still not right. It still isn't right. Because there shouldn't be any slaves. There shouldn't. Any human being has the right to freedom. Absolute 100% freedom. Because that's how we were created by our Heavenly Parent. Our Heavenly Parent has never taken away our freedom. Why are we taking, as human beings, freedom away from others? And what makes us think that's okay, even today? Or we kind of go make up stuff like this to make it look okay and good. Yes? Just say. Well, you had to write something down. Well, then, again, why not just write down what it actually is? Why? Who's being catered to here? In the way that he wrote this down. Why not just say you can't have slaves? Slaves is wrong. What do you think happened to most slave girls? Huh? What do you think? Hmm? And, no doubt, many boys. The sad thing is that I think most people don't realize how widespread male prostitution and pedophilia is throughout the world and has been since ancient times. Hmm? Yeah, we see it happening in certain areas where people fought for their freedom. That's where it's very prominent. That, oh, this is wrong and this is, and that's what people know. But what about, all right, children? Have you cattle? Look after them. If they are making you a profit, keep them. Have you children? Educate them. From childhood, make them bow the neck. Have you daughters? Take care of their bodies, but do not be overindulgent. What the heck does that mean? Marry a daughter off and you have finished a great work, but give her to a man of sense. Have you a wife to your liking? Do not turn her out, but if you do not love her, never trust her. This guy must not have ever been married and have no children. How would you come to, wow, that whole thing is sounds absolutely wrong. What? And that last part, but if you do not love her, never trust her. What does that have to do with her? As far as I know, during that time, it wasn't the women who decided who to marry. And, maybe the men didn't either. They had to marry who the parents wanted them to marry. I'm sure that if the men didn't really want to, then, okay, I'm just, what? What is that now? Okay, you know what? Yeah. With all your heart, honor your father. How's I can't get over it. But if you do not love her, never trust her. That makes a good foundation. I can't trust my wife. I need to get rid of her. I can't trust her. I need to love her. I need to have a girl I love, preferably really young. Wow, this is such a nice setup for something, right? Yes, yeah. If men go with that, if men actually were to go with that, or did go with that at that time, no wonder. Okay, all right. With all your heart, honor your father. Never forget the birth pangs of your mother. Remember that you owe your birth to them. How can you repay them for what they have done for you? Okay, well, I find it interesting that with all your heart, honor your father. For what exactly? Okay, I'll get it. All right, father. Never forget the birth pangs of your mother. And that's it. That's every time that comes up. She's given birth to you. She went through pain, this and that. And that's kind of it. Yes? First of all, in the commandment it says, thou shalt honor thy father and thy mother. How come a man in here in the Bible can't write that down like that? Huh? Well, someone wrote it down in here from the Ten Commandments. That's because God wrote that down somewhere else. God's the one who wrote that down. Yes? Our Heavenly Parent wrote that down. It wasn't a man, really, per se. That didn't come from a man. I don't believe that. or a woman here on earth, a human being. I do believe that was given in a heavenly way to Moses. All right, I do believe that. Well, I absolutely believe that because of my own life and how that goes with all that. With all your heart, honor your father. Never forget the birth pangs of your mother. Remember that you owe your birth to them. To them? Okay. Yeah, of course. But again, the way it is in here, seriously? Just, okay. Priests, with all your soul, fear the Lord and revere his priests. Why? With all your might, love him who made you, and do not abandon his ministers. Fear the Lord and honor the priest, and give him the portion enjoined on you. First fruit, sacrifice of reparation, shoulder gift, sanctification sacrifice, first fruits of the holy things. Oh, okay. Well, there we go, leading the witness again. Well, sure. I think that even though I was at one point also under the kind of opinion that priests should have day jobs. What? So on Sunday and maybe on Wednesday, you come up with a little something to talk about. I mean, here I am. I'm making a sermon or yeah, just about every day here, right? Yes, and I got to get going. So but when I got a little look into what a man of God, per se, is doing all otherwise, then I have to say that is a full-time job. And that is why God put a whole tribe in charge of that. And how good of a job did they do? Remember when this was written, okay? Thousands of years after the Israelites left Egypt. So how well have the Levites done their job? Are they really deserving of what Ecclesiasticus here tells the common people to make sure to allot to the priests? It's very questionable. Then I have to say, and I have done that in the past, I have no problems on sharing my success. And was it either in money or in growing a garden or having my animals and raising them for food or whatever, other things. Right? I have no problems on giving. But when I realized there were some discrepancies in certain places that you're expecting me to do what? Then I decided to find more worthy people to give the allotted percentage that I should share according to God's will and ideal. Yes? It's called give and take. It isn't really about the money and the... It's called give and take. It's so that one remembers to not become too selfish. Yes? And hoard. Yes? It's a this is kind of guarding against hoarding all kinds of things. Yeah. All right. So again, would I go priests? In my eyes, and with my experiences, you've got to fulfill your job properly. Then I will care about stuff like that. Yes? Yeah. I don't know how priests feel these days if instead of, people going through a hard time, can't really pay money. I wonder how priests would feel like, and maybe some of them are okay with that, still. If, the family has no money, but they have a lot of chickens, so they have eggs, would bring eggs instead of $50, right? Yes? Bring $50 worth of eggs? Well, okay. And some of their vegetables from their garden. Would a priest today appreciate that? That'd be interesting to know. The poor and afflicted. And also give generously to the poor, so that your blessing may lack nothing. Let your generosity extend to all the living. Do not withhold it even from the dead. Do not turn your back on those who weep, but share the grief of the grief stricken. Do not shrink from visiting the sick. In this way, you will make yourself loved. We don't do that to make yourself loved. You do it because you want to, because your conscience, your heart to mind wants to do that. It's designed to do that. That, again, it was good. It was good until we got in this way. You will make yourself loved. What? But that shouldn't be the condition for doing the stuff above it. Do you know what I mean? In everything you do, remember your end, and you will never sin. Okay. All right. You know what? Prudent. Oh, that's 8. That's the end of 7. Okay, this was a bit of an odd one. Miscellaneous advice. Okay. It was advice. It's not something that he has any experience with, I don't think. But you wonder, where did he get it? Has he just observed and then comes to these conclusions? I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. I don't even know. I have no idea. Then one should just say, I don't know. I don't know what to say to most of this, and the reason is that I don't experience it like this. I have not experienced it like that. Okay? I don't see it happening on a greater scale out there among the people either. So, what I do believe is that people have certain talents. Yes? Like this last part. I'm all about giving to the poor. Well, during COVID time, but I tell you, I live in one of the poorest, if not the poorest county in the United States, or one of the poorest counties. And interestingly, too, it is the county where the United States government decided they were going to do an experiment with welfare on how that would work out. And I'm sure that at that time there was some need. Families were starving. Families were very poor. Okay. Long time ago. So they made our little county an experiment to see how that would work out. To make people dependent on a government check. Isn't that interesting? Okay, I'm just saying. During COVID time, and now this little county, the one reason that it's considered poor is not because people are so poor there. It's because we still it just very recently, a couple of years ago, maybe 3 years ago now, they lifted the no alcohol in the county. You couldn't sell alcohol in the county, right? Anywhere. I liked that. It wasn't that far to go to other places too, because the development of the county then kind of stayed. It didn't. There wasn't all this big stuff going on, this and that, because the county didn't get quite as much money, right, as other counties do, with drugs, with this, with that, just saying, and alcohol sales. And so our county is a beautiful county. It's an absolutely beautiful, very untouched county in the Daniel Boone National Forest. and I like it that way. I liked it that way. So now there's still not much going on there, even though. And during COVID, I still had access to all this food that I got by the truckload, and it was I called all, and then on Facebook. You saw, say, oh, because of COVID, this and that, I don't know what, right? We don't have anything, and hardly enough to get food, and I don't know what. And I would contact these people. I have a lot of food here at the house. All you have to do is just bring a car. Out of that, I don't know how many, and that would have been a continuous with all kinds of things. Maybe not necessarily what they wanted, but there was plenty of a variety of foods on from the whole food table. I mean the whatever it's called, food pyramid or whatever. Right? Every week, just about every other week for sure. And out of that, I don't know how many families I contacted. Two. Two showed up once. And I ended up with all this food. I had to somehow, our animals ate very, very well during that time. And I made all kinds of stuff out of the rest, this and that. But still, yeah. So how poor are people really? What's considered still, give to the poor. Yeah. How poor are people really out there? I just want to know. We just had the 4th of July here, and I wonder, right? Yes? How poor are people really when you can afford all these? Just saying. So I even there, I do a little bit of my research now, and I'm always willing to help. That's not it. I gotta go. Yes, so May. Oh, talk so much again, right? Yes? Okay. May, Heavenly Parent, bless and protect you, guide you, embrace you with love. Eldridge, my dearest brother in faith, I love you. Let's keep praying. Yes, and I will talk to y'all another time.